All right, there's nothing on the camera now. Hi, I'm Cheryl Kagan. Thank you for coming to my Folk and Great Music Room. As some of you have heard, these are alums from my 14 years of presenting singer-songwriters in my Rockville, Maryland home. Please enjoy. Come back anytime tonight or tomorrow to enjoy really talented folks like Sean Altman, who is Jewmongous and the Everly Brothers set. Sean Altman.
I'm going full on Jew right now. By show of hands, who here is Jewish? I just want to know what my audience is. Okay, so we have like a solid 70%. That's good. It's okay. Are there fans of the Beatles here? Fans of the Beatles?
Sure.
If you're as big a Beatles fan as I am, you will know that in 1968, John Lennon gave an interview to the London Evening Standard during which he described how popular the Beatles were with the youth of the world. And he made the mistake of saying, oh, we're huge with the kids, we're bigger than Jesus. Remember what I'm talking about? The famous we're bigger than Jesus incident and the resulting brouhaha, the Beatles album burnings. In fact, the Pope only a couple of years ago pardoned the Beatles. This is actually true. But I've written a song to clarify John's intent, because I don't think he meant to offend. I think he was simply stating a scientific fact. And there's a hand clapping part that goes like this. I'll cue you. Here we go. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, 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 yeah! Clap, clap, clap. Okay, that's enough. I'm not bragging, don't mean to blaspheme, but Jesus was a short dude, at least compared to me. The average guy at the time of Christ was 4'9" to 5'5". I'm taller than Jesus. I said I'm much taller than Jesus. I'm taller than Jesus. He was long on love, but short of limb. My t-shirt fits like a dress on him. He could heal the sick and save your soul, but he couldn't dunk a basketball. I'm taller than Jesus. I said I'm much taller than Jesus. I'm taller than Jesus. Bridge! You see, Jesus walked on water, turned water into wine. But if you want to change that light bulb, call me, I'm divine. Yeah, here we go. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. Yeah, very quietly. Even more quietly. Just finger snaps. But in rhythm. Just your teeth. Don't hurt yourself. Just your eyelashes. Just your butt cheeks. I was hanging with Christ, just guy to guy. He was sitting on a phone book. We were eye to thigh. He said, hey Sean, what's it like up high? I said, hey Seuss, you wanna piggyback a ride? The Beatles said they were bigger than you, but I've got the height on the Beatles too. If genes determine the size of your bod, then my dad must be taller than God. I'm taller than Jesus. I said I'm much taller than Jesus. I'm taller than Jesus, taller than Jesus, much taller than Jesus. Not better than Jesus, just taller than Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been thinking about you, yeah, missing you. Do you miss me? Of course you do, we were so close. You know, sometimes it's like you never left me, like you're still a part of me, yeah. I feel you. La 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 la, whoa, 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 whoa. La 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 la, hey shoot, shoot. Ever since that special day, 8 days after I was born, they cut a little something away. It's gone, gone, my soul's in mourning. Sweet wine, stop my crying. But that missing link keeps testifying over and over and over and over again. Who must be my phantom foreskin, calling to me from the great beyond? My phantom foreskin, circumcision couldn't break that bond. My phantom foreskin, since you've been gone, can't feel my thong. I want you back where you belong. Oh, I get a little vestigial shiver north of my knees, south of my liver. Hashem is an ancient giver to take back such a precious sliver. Time quieted my sobbing, but nothing can quell the throbbing from my knob. Over and over and over again. Who must be my phantom foreskin? A mystic twitch betwixt my riches. My phantom foreskin, an itty bitty itch, I'm a stitch bewitched. My phantom foreskin, your song's the ointment for my joint. I want you back where you belong. Oh, in the tomb essence of morning, I wonder where you are. In a jar of old formaldehyde, or wishing on a star. Well, keep the faith, my faithful sheath, keep making noise from deep beneath my fly, 'cause dreams come true, and one day I and you will reunite with crazy glue. A foreskin and his Jew. My phantom foreskin, maybe you're just a fantasy. My phantom foreskin, maybe you're just an STD. My phantom foreskin, since you've been gone, can't feel my thong. I want you back where you belong. My phantom, 1, 2, 3, foreskin. You're very kind. Thank you for that gratuitous applause. Women love that song. I don't know what it is. Guys, not so. Okay, by a show of hands, I mean, we've only known each other for about 7 minutes, but I want to ask you a very personal question. By a show of hands, who here is an anti-Semite? Eric Schwartz? Okay, good. Okay. I have a theory about anti-Semitism, at least institutionalized anti-Semitism. I did some research, and apparently it all started in the year 1314 with an ancient Italian pope. Perhaps you've heard of him, Pope Anti-Semiticus. Yes, that's right. He was known as the songwriting pope. And at the annual convention between the cardinals and the pope, the head of the cardinals stood up and he said to the pope and the rest of the cardinals,
"Times are tough, Your Holiness. What are we going to do about the Jews?"
And ancient Italian Pope Anti-Semiticus replied, "Yes, the Jews. The Jews, the Jews, the Jews. I've been thinking, the common people love 2 things. Fried dough and catchy songs. So, I've been messing around with a few rhymes, and I think I come up with a good hook. And it goes like this. This a little song is not the typical taranella. This a little song about a particular kind of fella. He no look the same, or talk the same, or dress the same, or pray the same as we do. So we call him a and make up a game. The name of the game is blame. Blame of the Jews. And Jews like the minor key. If you're down and you luck, your life is something. Telling me what you got to lose. Blame of the Jews. If your boss drives you nuts, if your landlord is a putz, the fault is whose? Blame of the Jews. If your son's a little thick, if your daughter turns a trick, you wish your toothpick dick were bigger like a pogo stick. If your mother-in-law's a bitch, what's the race upon which to put the screws? Blame of the Jews, that's right. Now you sing. If you're addicted to the pills, porn, poker, chocolate, coke, or sniffing blues.
Blame of the Jews.
That's the life. If your testicles or breasticles are dangling down around your shoes.
Blame of the Jews.
If the fly is in your soup, if you're wheezing from the croup, if your husband likes to snoop you in the place you make it the poop, use the chosen group to take abuse for all the pain you feel in your toes. Blame of the Jews. That's right. Blame of the blacks or the Puerto Ricans for variety on the weekends. But in the work week, what's in fashion is some good old-timey bashing. Such dark and docile creatures with their sad Semitic features spread the gospel, nuns and preachers, from the boxes to the bleachers. When I say the bad thing, you say blame of the Jews. When I say anything, you say blame of the Jews. Seasonal flu,
Blame of the Jews.
dog do,
Blame of the Jews.
varicose veins,
Blame of the Jews.
stubborn stains,
Blame of the Jews.
income tax,
Blame of the Jews.
hairy backs,
Blame of the Jews.
Forrest Gump,
Blame of the Jews.
President Trump,
Blame of the Jews.
PED, asparagus pea,
Blame of the Jews.
the KKK,
Blame of the Jews.
feng shui,
Blame of the Jews.
smallpox,
Blame of the Jews.
small cocks,
Blame of the Jews.
Bentley cheeses,
Blame of the Jews.
the baby Jesus.
Blame of the Jews.
You cannot blame the Jews for the baby Jesus. You can. Dinosaurs became extinct, then the Titanic sank into the ooze. Coincidence?
Blame of the Jews.
That's a lie. Earthquake, Black Death, bubonic plague, bad breath, a clever ruse by whom?
Blame of the Jews.
Of course. Let's change the history book, make the Jew look like a schnook. When we crucified the Christ, we said no, it was those guys. Find the little tribe to blame, that's the way to fill the coffers and the pews. Blame the Jews, blame who?
Blame of the Jews.
Blame who?
Blame of the Jews.
Blame who?
Blame of the Jews.
Thank you so much. Hey, I'd like to bring up. So I also have this other act here that's as unfamily friendly as Jewmongous is. That's how family friendly the Everly set is. Hey, this is Jack Sculler, everyone. And we're gonna do. I need to sort of balance things in my life. So the Jewmongous is all about. Fire drill.
The bell rings for thee.
So this is an Everly Brothers rarity. It's called Poor Jenny, and it's a story song. And this shows how much times have changed, because in this story, which is considered incredibly risque for the late 1950s, a guy on his first date brings a girl to a party. A fight breaks out at the party. The girl gets knocked out cold. The cops come. She's the only one left at the party. The cops assume that she's the leader of a teenage gang that started this whole thing, and they take her to jail. And now the guy who took her to the party, he's hoping that she still loves him, when she gets out of jail.
Oh, sure.
But her dad and her brother are trying to find him and kill him. Okay, here we go.
2, 3, 4. I took my little Jenny to a party last night, and at 10 o'clock it ended in a heck of a fight. When someone hit my Jenny, she went out like a light. Poor Jenny. And then some joker went and called the cops on the phone. So everybody scattered out for places unknown. I couldn't carry Jenny, so I left her alone. Poor Jenny. Oh, Jenny had her picture in the paper this morning. She made it with a bang. According to the story in the paper wants to ride me out of town on a rail. I hope I'll be around when Jenny gets out of jail. Poor Jenny.
Hey! Solo! Let's go!
Jenny.
Oh!
I went downtown to see her, she was locked in a cell. She wasn't very glad to see me, that I could tell. In fact, to tell the truth, she wasn't looking too well. Poor Jenny. Her eye was black, her face was red, her hair was a fright. She looked as though she'd been crying half of the night. I told her I was sorry, she said get out of sight. Poor Jenny. It seems a shame that Jenny had to go get apprehended. A heck of a fate. This party was the first one she ever had attended. It had to happen on our very first day. Jenny has a brother and he's hot on my trail. Her daddy wants to ride me out of town on a rail. I hope I'll be around when Jenny gets out of jail. Poor Jenny. Hey! Poor Jenny.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Cheryl.
Jewmongous,
Thank
Sean
you.
Altman.
So please come check out the Everly set. We're doing a bunch of Guerrilla Showcases, and I got another Jewmongous Showcase tomorrow night and the next night. Thanks so much.
Thank you.